Gemini family, what is going on? Welcome to the channel. I'm Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we are doing your weekly reading. So I hope things are going well in your world, Gemini. We just entered into Mercury retrograde. So these readings are timeless, they're fluid, it doesn't matter. As long as the energy resonates, or the message resonates rather, you'll know they're meant for you. But if you are watching in real time, we just went into Mercury retrograde the end of last week. It really just kind of brings up stuff that we need to look at, that we need to deal with, especially as it relates to our day-to-day communication, relationships, activities with people in our immediate environment, etc. So keep that in mind. Mercury is ruled, or does rule Gemini, I should say. So you guys have an easier time dealing with these things. It's the duality that's present in everything, right? When we can kind of tap into that energy and make changes and adjustments accordingly, which you're actually really awesome at, Gemini, it helps us more fluidly navigate the energy. Yeah, so beautiful garden. That's like a party. So you're starting the week out with a party. No, I love that for you. Yeah, we got some laughing in the background with that one. So yeah, I mean, this is really about just kind of enjoying life, you know. We can't always control, we can't always be in go mode, etc. We definitely need to take that time to just let go and release and relax. Oftentimes this brings out where the discrepancies are, right? So mice, it's infestation. It's the things that get into the nooks and crannies of our life, whether it's a way of thinking, a person, situation, toxicity, etc. And it starts like messing with us, right? It starts messing with how we see things. And taking that step back, having a nice break, release, reward for yourself, it's actually going to bring that to light. You might even get some messages because of this. Maybe you're going out with some friends, you know. What is that? Oh, someone has too many cocktails. I heard loose lip sync ships. I don't know where I got that, but probably like my dad or something. Yeah, so messages, communication coming in. You know, I feel like this is you seeing something very clearly. Someone either slips up, says something that's not intentional. It brings a lot of clarity to light, and you're able to see something very clearly, Gemini. Yep, this is the key. And it's going to help you. I feel like, you know, like I said, I keep getting this this energy of like the veil has been lifted. Not that you didn't know beforehand, but this is just a confirmation. It's a confirmation of something you've been feeling underneath the surface, maybe for a little while, but you really didn't want to listen to because you liked, you know, we all pick and choose, right? Sometimes it feels good to see a situation in a certain way, so we don't have to look that deep. But it's also this opportunity. I feel like you're going to get some clarity around this. While I don't think this is like a tower moment, I don't feel like you're going to have to be like, oh no, what choice did I make? It's more just like, oh my gosh, that's what it is. And I knew it, but I didn't want to, you know, be honest with myself about it, etc. No shade to you at all, Gemini. It's the nature of the beast, right? But whatever this is this week, you find out. And I feel like that's good. You know, it's nice. It's clarity. Yeah, beautiful. Ace of Pentacles, the Magician just popped out. So this is actually giving you access to what you want. This information, even though I feel like, you know, you don't specifically like what you find out, it gives you the right clarity you need so you can really empower yourself towards this new beginning. This is super powerful. Like, I love the Magician energy. It's also ruled by Mercury. It's all about like setting I was gonna say intentional intention, right? So this is basically saying, like, setting, it's intentional manifestation. That's what I was looking for. My bad. Sometimes my mind goes like a million miles a minute and I have to slow it down. So this is happiness, abundance. It's surrounding home, family. You know, this is even job, right? Like, we spend more time at our jobs with our coworkers than we do our own family. But something, I feel like something's kind of, you know, yeah, I mean, definitely Four of Wands is also a party. It's also celebration. There's abundance. Not completely bringing something to an end, though, Gemini. Well, this is like maybe you didn't want to, is what I'm hearing, yeah. But now that you're looking at it, you're seeing it. See, you know, you're seeing something in a whole new light is what I'm hearing. This is very healing energy. Maybe you're seeing someone do a lot of healing. Maybe this is, you thought this person was one way and now it's completely switching because of what you're seeing. It's not done and over with like you had assumed. But it's also because I feel, yeah, beautiful, of the work that you've been doing. You've been transitioning and moving forward. And intentionally, like I said, you've been intentionally making things better for yourself. Because whatever you were coming from beforehand wasn't working. And there is some celebration behind this. But maybe you let more of that fire part of you come out, right? Red, fire, it's like defensive, it's protection, you know, it's like being the person on top. It's almost like your, you know, kind of like your broader perspective of the situation limited you from seeing it clearly. And that's what's changing for you now. That's what you're seeing is different. Because there is more balance, there is more structure. I love all that astrology symbolism on his back. Those are all the inner planets, right? So the things that happen, having more stability in our day-to-day. Taking your time, moving slowly. Someone who's working really diligently and not specifically paying to the situation, paying attention. And I feel like this is kind of like what you get this insight about. Yeah. It's been hard for that. Here's the thing. I feel like if this person has gotten rejected or left out, it's like, it's a lot of whatever this mice energy is. Whether this is gossip, people saying certain things about this, etc. Something comes into play this week where, again, you see it. You see it for what it is. And for this person, maybe they didn't recognize it, you know. I mean, I'm kind of hearing that they were doing their own thing. Whether they turned your back on them, they turned their back on you or not, is up for debate. I mean, everyone, it's going to be a little bit different. This person looks like they feel overwhelmed about a decision that they made, you know. Maybe they were focusing more on their own selfish needs or whatever, and they made decisions out of that. Because it is kind of like this baby energy, not really being grounded, not really making choices from a smart, practical perspective. A little pie in the sky is what I'm hearing. And it's affected the situation as a whole. With that Eight of Cups being blocked, yeah, it's more, it's like a game of, it's like I saw like an arm wrestling match. You know, it's like survival of the fittest. Like, who can be on top? Standing up to the big bad. Yeah, there's that Queen of Pentacles energy. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Again, like it's a little bit of, I don't know if I necessarily see like a struggle for control. I mean, it feels to me like one person is you know, obviously above the other, whether this is business or job or even in relationship. You know, we always kind of have that alpha in a relationship. I feel like for you, Gemini, you really want to be on point. You're being intentional about how you're approaching this. But I also see that like the fear, the emotion is getting the worst, right? You're trying to do your own thing. You're trying to push forward, make things even keeled, more stable, etc. And maybe they are too. Often we mirror each other. They're trying to find their own grounding, their own balance. They're assessing their options. But maybe they didn't do it right with you, is what I'm hearing. And so the energy that's being blocked, this 8 of Cups, Strength, and Queen of Pentacles, it really reminds me of someone wanting, you know, someone wanting the upper hand, having the control, wanting the other person to chase them is what I'm hearing. So Knight of Wands energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There's also the Phoenix in the background of this card, right? Someone who had to maybe adjust how they were doing things in their personal life in order to kind of make things a little bit more grounded and stable. Not really recognizing the stability that they had, feeling disappointed. This feels like the other person's energy of what you're dealing with. Maybe there was a lot of blessings that came with the interaction between you and them, or whatever the dynamic was. It feels solid, abundant, a beautiful foundation. Usually the Knight of Wands is not someone that recognizes that, right? And there is disappointment with how things go. And I feel like there is even disappointment for you. Whether or not you agree with how they handled things. The 5 of Cups goes to the 4 of Cups, right? It's kind of taking things for granted, and they're, you know, putting down their swords, so to speak. Not having a certain amount of closure, recognizing that I feel like there are, I don't know, like negative things or negative people feeding into this situation. What I'd like for you, Gemini, is you are vibing as the Empress, putting your best foot forward. You feel peaceful, you feel serene, but for some reason the situation still keeps popping up, maybe in your own thoughts, your own time, your emotions, because there is still like a lot of that fire energy. Maybe it pisses you off for some reason, right? Both parties are disappointed. I don't know if there's going to be some type of coming back together, because it looks like they're lost in their own world. You've set your boundaries, but then there is a little bit of a power struggle at play. And it ends up kind of hindering, you know, the situation. So Edge of Greatness, there is something here, right? It does require work. Edge of Greatness, Saturn's in the background. Saturn is our taskmaster. It's what forces us to learn the things in life, the lessons that we may or may not want to, right? But it also helps us focus on what is highest and best for us, for the situation as a whole, what we really want, connecting to that. We can't avoid, you know. Oops, sorry. Return to the body, yeah. And oftentimes our body does tell us. It's like, not often, it always does. That's like the best thing we can do. It's the thing we don't do in this culture of just really kind of tuning in. What is our heart, mind, and soul saying to us? Spend a couple minutes, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever, quieting yourself. Don't have anything going on in the background, you know, and really just kind of tuning into what your body's saying, allowing the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions to come to the surface so that you can better understand them and observe them. That's like the best way, right? And easiest. We don't have to do like this big meditation or, you know, whatever. It's really just kind of like taking some quiet time to reflect. So hopefully that helps, Gemini. Sending all the love and blessings to whatever you're navigating through, especially with this individual. I hope there's a way to, you know, iron things out. I'm here for whatever support. I do personal readings, energy healings, wellness consults. Get in touch if you are interested in those services. Big thumbs up for if it resonated, if the video resonated, I should say. Drop comments below. Let's build and grow the community, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Lots of love and blessings always.